Hello, 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 and welcome once again to Kaiser Reich. Been a little bit of a time, well, it's been some time since I played Kaiser Reich. I still have the Canada series to continue, I need to get round to that. But yes, speaking of Kaiser Reich, I'm going to play the United States of America today. But I'm not going to stay as the United States of America, I'm going to play up until the American Civil War, which I will try and bring about. Now, I'm not familiar with the events and all this, so we'll have to see what happens. I'm not one of those people who usually researches and min-maxes sort of stuff. I kind of like just to see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to see what happens. This was down to a vote on the video. There was a few people mentioned the American Syndicus Nation or American, whatever, I forget which one it is. The American Syndicus. Yes, the CSA, basically. And as well as a couple of other nations, which we could and definitely will explore in the future, but I think we're going to go for America for the first part. Technology. Well, the thing is, I'm not going to be playing the Americans, so I'm going to leave the technology for now. It's a little bit of a hassle and there's no reason for it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go on extreme speed. Thank you, Mr. Kaiser Reich team. Thank you very much. Past developers, all brilliant people. Yeah. Once again. And yeah. Okay. Menu, options, message settings, when an historical event, there you go. Yes, right then, we'll go with that then. Basically, we'll be able to see, yep. Whoa, 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 I may have underestimated this, okay, chill out guys. Okay. Useful, but yeah, okay. After Oswald Mosley's meeting with other leftist leaders, it has been agreed that Maximism, Serenalism, and the National Syndicism is all share basic principles of state-controlled economics. The total involvement of state in internal affairs and importance of state in preserving socialism. This belief in totalitarian socialism has been abbreviated to totalism. For this reason, the leaders of the factions present have all signed a document entitled the Totalist Charter, available in all appropriate languages. William Foster applauded the initiative and expressed his support for totalism. Right, so basically this is the beginning of the totalist movement. Well, it's not the beginning, I would say. Obviously, the Commune of France, the Union of Britain, which has the most amazing flag, though. That's fantastic. Mittel Europa. It's going to be very interesting. I honestly think we can... I mean, I don't even know if this is going to be a success. I've never actually played the American Syndicus. And I know they're going to be weaker than the USA, but we're going to see what happens. It will be interesting indeed. Right, mafia escalation. How unfortunate. Afghanistan declared war on Delhi. That must be some kind of event or something. Vice President Curtis recovers. Basically, wasn't this guy Native American origin or something like that? Yes, if Curtis could be the first president of Native American ancestry. Right. Will the premiere of Modern Times, the premiere of Charlie Chaplin's new movie, Modern Times, is attended in New York. The Battle of the Overpass, in Detroit, Michigan. Automotive capital of the world. Leaders of the United Auto Workers. So basically, a rally for better pay and less hours. One of our ministers has died. That's unfortunate. Okay. The Panama Central. Middle Africa declared on Portugal. Ooh, okay. Is this supported by... No, that is interesting. Holy shit, Portugal's getting its arse kicked. Right, Father Charles Culling's CBS radio broadcast. 3 years from today, Father Charles Cullin started doing weekly radio broadcasts in America, and more than 50 million people turn on their radios and listen. He's a raving anti-Semite, claiming that the Syndicus revolution in France was fomented by the Jew, and that Berlin's stock market crash is an international conspiracy of Jewish banners, and somehow people still tune in. His hate speech will not be tolerated by the Church, and the Pope is expected to make a decision whether to ask the United States government to shut down his broadcasts, so his hateful message cannot reach the public. Well, okay, Colin is becoming a dangerous proposition. Shut him down, or is there nothing we can do? So, I'm not entirely sure how this could affect the Civil War. He's anti-syndicus, so I believe we should shut him down. Right, we shall help the people. Profits from the litigation, legation cities. Basically the cities on the Chinese coast, like, yes, here, basically what was given to the, empires. Right, free market simulates research, lovely jubbly. I do love how the world looks. I mean, all the colours look so beautiful. I'm just gonna put that away for now. The Indian citizenship of 1936. I'm gonna veto this, actually. Not because I have anything against the Native Americans, because I want to kind of screw America. If I'm going to be playing as the United Syndicus, I kind of want something. Okay, rocket engines available. Chaos in Panama. Violence right. Yesterday, President Hamadio Madrid of Panama was assassinated by Syndicus. Report from... oh, okay. So we can either allow the military action to go ahead. No, we're not going to allow that. I want the Syndicus in power, so that I can later assimilate them into my own. Syndicus revolution in Panama. Despite our best efforts, the Syndicus, with help from Central America, took control of Panama. Oh. Oh dear. What do we have here then? Wow. Okay, that is unfortunate for them. I'm looking forward to invading Canada. I do like the blue. I don't know why, but I just think it looks so much nicer than red. It's like with red, it's so dark, but with blue, it's like, I don't know, I just really enjoy the blueness. Okay. So our descent is absolutely out of control. It is crazy, in honesty. Okay. Mountains Republic of the Caucasus. The Don Kuban Union. Great heatwave. Right, are these the... whoa. What has gone on here, then? Next. The death of Alexander Berkman. Today, the writer, an American leader of the anarcho-syndicus movement and would-be assassin... oh, would-be... oh yeah, would-be assassin Alexander Berkman passed away. Right. John Jack Reed. Gone with the wind. I'm sorry this is going really quickly. I'm, like, not useless. Well, not that I'm not used to going fast, but I just kind of want to get us to the action, if you know what I mean. I'm sure a lot more of you are aware of the events than I am. I'm still pretty new to Darkest Hour, and especially, well, yeah, Kaiserreich. Right, Edward VII sends a letter to MacArthur. Oh no, the 8th. Internal problems of the US have led King Edward VIII and Prime Minister King to talk to the man behind the strongest political environment in the US, the Army. In a private letter, Edward VIII has said that he wants stability for America and doesn't view a push to save America as something which Canada would not support. The letter emphasizes solidarity with Canada and the US. Okay, so basically the British exiles from the diaspora saying they would actually back a push by the army to take control of the situation of the American politics. Soviet Russia. Oh. Well, that didn't last long, did it? Wow. That was pretty shit. Okay. The Mongolian Empire. Another popular idea was actually playing as the Mongolian Empire, which we probably will do. We probably will play the Mongolians at some point, and that would be really interesting. I imagine they have some very interesting events and just general crazy stuff, which is always fun. Always a brilliant time. Especially with Mongolians. Right, day in September. Right, invite the military to step in and save the country. So basically that would be staying as the United States. We're not going to do that. The elections must go ahead. The social and political consensus in American society is broken down, and the current presidential election campaign is like nothing we've ever seen. The American First Union Parties organized in right-wing militias in the South and Midwest, and communists control the streets of Chicago and Detroit. Senior military commanders believe that it may be necessary to cancel the election, suspend the constitution if we are to avoid complete social breakdown. The elections must go ahead. We're a democratic country after all. And that can't be changed, or can it? Yes, it will be. A little bit of red there. Right. So we'll have a decent amount. Outlaw the extreme nationalist parties. Today the Parliament will consider last week's proposal for outlawing the extreme nationalist party made by a member of Parliament known for his liberalism. The tendencies are comments political specialists that this proposal will fail because too few members really want to limit the freedom of speech to this degree. No, we're not going to outlaw the extreme nationalist parties. Okay. Unfortunate that the, hello, Bosnia. Was Bosnia always green? Okay, the 1936 US presidential election. The results are finally in from what has probably been the most ideologically contested presidential election the United States has ever witnessed. This is probably not the end of our problems, but for the time being, victory goes to Mr. Jack Reed of the Combined Syndicate of America. We are going to join the International. Hopefully it doesn't get crushed, and hopefully it doesn't get too powerful. Right. Long establishes the Minutemen. The American first established the Minutemen as a paramilitary force in the south of the country. We shall keep an eye on this. Okay. Yes, Jack Reed. He looks completely terrifying there. Absolutely terrifying. That's actually 2 black people in cabinet. That's pretty brilliant. The USS Ranger may be deployed. Okay. We'll deploy it in Boston. Boston. Oh, I would. If I could. President Hoover criticizes Reed. Huh. How unfortunate of you, Mr. Hoover. Okay. So basically, the American political consensus is that of absolute anarchy. The country is split in basically 4, for the most part. Okay. Ukraine. Right, who do we have in power? Franz von Papen. Ah. Southern Rally. Inauguration of President Reed. The country's social problems have forced American people to turn to radical solutions. The two-party system has broken down, and Jack Reed is to be sworn in as the 32nd President of the United States. Who will President Reed choose as Vice President? Manpower. Right. We shall go for a disciplined army of labour. Way to go, Mongolian Empire. Violence in St. Louis. Indonesia, hello. Nationalise the resource industries. Right, all the industries must be controlled. Okay. Yeah, the United States is incredibly wealthy. California refuses to hand over oil. The oil industry was its most powerful in California, where many of the companies had headquarters. They had powerful allies in the state legislature. They viewed the oil as essential to California's prosperity. Reed considered blockading California to pressure the governor. Bloody hell. Begin, they blockade California. God damn it, I need to read before I speak. Okay. Reed wanted to remove the powers of the American First by transferring power to the Southern trade unions. Right. I don't want to protect the trade unions. I'll support them financially. I don't want the American First to lose, because they will be a valuable distraction. Mexican revolutionaries. The financial support from the Southern trade unions that did not stop the American First harassment. Local union leaders petitioned Reed to allow them to hire Mexican revolutionaries to protect them. Reed knew that a move like this would cause additional trouble with the American First. I shall allow it. The blockade fails. Although it had only been 2 weeks, it was clear the blockade was not going to work against California. The state was able to sustain itself through trade with Pacific nations. Additional measures were required. Blockade, Jesus. The Minutemen clashed with the Mexicans. The Mexicans that were hired to protect the trade unions did not take a defensive posture. When Minutemen were seen near trade union buildings, they attacked them, and there were several assaults. When several Minutemen were murdered, the entire South erupted into violence. Minutemen roamed through the South, destroying all the Mexican units they found. Murder and destruction became the new norm when the Minutemen and trade unions met. Send in the army to destroy the Minutemen. Use the workers' militia. Right. We're going to use the workers' militia. California first. Send in the army to seize California. CSA militias clashed with the Minutemen. The workers' militias arrived to deal with the Minutemen. They were set upon by the organised American First. Pause the game. The militias were completely routed and forced retreat. The organised American First units began to appear throughout the South. California leaves the Union. Bloody hell. Long and MacArthur. Reed received information that Long was attempting to incite General MacArthur to remove Reed from office by using the military. There was no hard evidence to support the claim, but MacArthur had opposed Reed. So there's some in the administration that thought it was true. No chances. Arrest Long and MacArthur. Arrest Long. That should be enough. We'll arrest MacArthur. Can't believe the California states succeeded. Idaho joins the Pacific States of America. Japan seizes Guam. MacArthur removes Reed from office. Part of the Navy has defected. Oh. Wow. Territory of Hawaii revolts. Okay, I think this is about to kick off. Whoa. Nevada joins the Pacific States. MacArthur in control. Redeclares the CSA. Whoa, let's get that. Wow. The American Union States declared independence from the United States. MacArthur removes Reed from office and moves the capital to Denver. Right. Reed barricades himself in Washington. Reed has rallied the combined syndicates of America to his side and started a civil war. He has barricaded himself in Washington and has waited for his armed forces to arrive and assist him. Bloody hell. Okay. CSA influence expands. USA volunteers arrive. Reed barricades himself in Washington. The Montana National Guard. The National Guard has been called upon to defend the country from rebels in California. The Second American Civil War has begun. Right. That is a decent sized. Not a very big American Union states. Right, okay. So basically, we are now going to save. Boom, save. Right. Surrender for the moment. Okay. Single player. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. And where are they? American Union States. There we go. Combined Syndicates of America. Right then. Now the series actually begins. Hopefully we'll be able to win. Hopefully. I hope we don't get destroyed, but we'll have to see what our situation is and see what our military is like. We do control Washington, so that's good. Right, so pause. Right, Second American War. Immigrants. Some of the elites and the upper class of the Great Lakes have left their homes and took their families across the border to Royalist Canada. Closed the Ambassador Bridge and patrol the Denver River. Oh, Detroit River. Okay. Right. So what do we have? Right, we have, is this all militia? Oh my god, it's all militia. We have one actual unit. That's unfortunate. Okay. We have a decent amount of IC, so I think we're going to churn out militia if we can. Okay. 69C, that should be okay. Right. Okay. Can we secure support from the International? We don't have any funds for that sort of thing, so that's unfortunate. Actually, I'm going to just get rid of these two just so I can save the manpower. Right. Boston. So our first priority really is to secure the... well, to secure Washington. Okay. We're not what the specifics says. But we can't ally with them. Oh wow, the American Union States expanded quite nicely there. Holy shit. Right. So at least this is going to help us out. So I'm going to leave a unit of militia here to defend the capital. Let's see. Looking for sources of industry. Well, let's look at victory points. Okay. So I think we should head to Indianapolis. There we go. These men will be brought forward to support the advance. These can head up here and we can try and secure Boston. Let's see. Air Force. We have Interceptor and a tactical bomber wing. So what we'll do is we'll separate this. We'll have these guys to ground support in this area. Air superiority in the region. Infinite mission. There we go. Boom. What do we have it for a navy? We don't actually have a navy. That's brilliant. Strategic bombers. Strategic bombers and a fighter wing. We'll move you inland. There we go. Ooh. Tactical bombers. Brilliant. Right. We're going to go for the same. Ah, fair enough. Okay. So we'll put the speed down to about fast. Just see what happens. Ooh, that's a lot happening. Right. There we go. Okay. Strategic bomber, you can... We'll have a ground support again. There we go. The fighter wing can run air superiority. There we go. Right, we're gonna have to rush for Washington. Really. Okay. Do we have any decisions? Women's role in the army. So this would gain us manpower. It would increase our national descent, but it's worth it for the manpower. Oh wow. Ah! Organization of the Pennsylvania Militia. The workers of the Pennsylvania region have risen to defend their freedom and rights from the capitalist oppression. Rise, my minions, rise for your master. Ah. Whoever they are has joined. I don't know who they actually are, to be honest. Okay. I just noticed I can actually use the... Oh, Canada! I wanted New England, you bitch. Right, American first. Yes, I can see that. Right, we'll deal with them later. We can't deal with a war with the Canadians right now. Okay, so we lost Washington, but we will retake it. Oh dear. Okay. We don't have any funds. Can't gain any funds. Right. Dun 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 dun. God, I wish I had motorized units. Okay. The organization is... Oh, technology! Oh, good. Would like motorized. They are just fantastic. All around fantastic units. Yeah. Okay. Right, we are losing the skies, apparently. Right, rebase. No. Rebase. There we go. French equipment arrives. Oh, thank you, France. Actually, might as well use these to try and secure an airfield. Okay. Right, so we're under attack in... That's kind of annoying. Oh, hello, New England. Union of Britain. Oh, yes. What's up, New England? How you doing, blood? Okay. We'll allow them to take Philadelphia, which I will then use to surround them. Might as well combine those units right away. Okay. So we'll put the speed up to just fast for the time being. Right. Organisation is increasing. Actually, I suppose we might as well attack them to try and stop them. Right, we're only facing one division, so that's fine. Right, split the Americans in half. Try and isolate them. Oh. Fuck. Formosa, hello. Right, there we go. Ground attack. Province, and 9. Did I set that to infinite? Right. We need air control. Where's my second fighter? Do I only have the one? What happened to the other? Oh, fuck. That sucks. Okay. That really does suck. Okay. Just give them a hand. Right, as long as we present a united front, we should be okay. It looks like the part of the US Navy joins the CSA. Fantastic! We actually do have a Navy now. What do we have? We have subs, so that's fantastic. Right, we're going to use those to blockade the American first. There we go. The rest of the Navy, we have some transports. I'm gonna move them out. There we go. So we have 9 ships. Right. There we go. Baltimore captured. We have captured the city of Baltimore from the USA. There's an opportunity to recover some of the lost resources in the city. We can strip some of the factories and take some of the resources. We don't steal from other Americans. Grab what we can. We don't steal. We're actually not doing bad in resources, so there's no point doing that. Right, Memphis. Let's move on to St. Louis. Right, we've arrived here. The battle should go well. I'll have these guys move on Washington. These guys can support the attack for now. There we go. What is this? American... Right, let's bring these planes. Ground attack. There we go. Right, once these guys arrive, we should be able to drive them back. Right, there we go. Paused. Launch the attack. There we go. Should be able to drive them back. These men will take Philadelphia back shortly. Do we have the capacity to... Yes, we have some battleships. That's brilliant. Okay. Good, they've been wiped out. We'll move up here. We have achieved victory in Long Island. Was this a naval battle? Yes, it was. Okay. We'll drive them back soon. Fuck! That! So the US still has a good navy. I'll tell you that one. For free. Right, we'll move these guys to Pittsburgh. Refugees arrive from occupied territories. Good. Give us that manpower. We can start building some more militia, I guess. Alright, when are these going to be ready? August 6th.